Hey everybody, how are you? Something happened, with my laptop. I thought it had gone, it was done, but turned out it wasn't, and that's lucky because when I tried to upload from my iPad the videos that I did on that one, got no views, and I see now it's not shown here in my, video video register, to call it that way. Yeah, so something, it seems like YouTube doesn't really accept iPad videos anymore. I don't really. So that's why I'm gonna make a new one. I had already made, one a boxing round video, but I have to do it again. So anyway, the problem is, many people also won't watch these videos because um, I think the problem is that the picture, it's smaller. It's as simple as that. So yeah, I mean, as I said already, I in that video that I made, because I will be going next week. I'm gonna be traveling away, to holiday, so I won't be able to do uh, my boxing rounds then. So I will now concentrate on not this weekend that's coming, but the next one on the 29th, because then we have some really interesting fights, happening. Yes. All right. So this weekend we got a couple of fights, but it's not, these fighters that I don't really know that well, unfortunately. I mean, except for Abraham Nova. All right. So first of all, I want to go to this other card in Miami, which is this is not the big one, but still it's got Teofimo Lopez, who is defending the WBO junior welterweight championship against Steve Claggett. Um, Thought it was pronounced Claggett, but apparently not. And this is, of course, Claggett is a huge underdog, of course. And yeah, sorry, some noises over there in the kitchen. um, Claggett is a big underdog. 38, 7 and 2 is his record. But he's a very, he's one of those guys that learn the craft as they go on, as their career progresses. He's obviously improved as a fighter because he now hasn't lost, for a while, and has scored a big victory last year when he stopped Alberto Machado, however you call him, in 3 rounds only. So yeah, quite a victory. So since then he's won a few other fights. He's 35 years though, so he's definitely approaching the end of his career, as they call it, on his last leg. So yeah, both guys are 28. Sorry, 5'8". Lopez is 26 years old, and the reach is only slight advantage for Claggett. And yeah, Claggett is, both guys can hit. Claggett, I guess, is more of a body puncher than a real, big, head puncher, to call it that way. But still, he's got power, both guys do. Teofimo Lopez probably hits a little harder at least. However, he hasn't scored that many knockouts in his last, 5, 6 fights, 7. And yeah, this is just a solid fight. I mean, no shame in fighting Claggett. I mean, for Lopez, he deserves this chance. Also, I would say Steve does. I've also once had a chance to chat with him, on a live stream, and I can say he looks like a really nice, really humble guy. So I hope he doesn't get badly hurt, and yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think of course this chance of him beating Teofimo is very small, of course, unless he should land a big body shot. Who knows? But Teofimo is also quite fast, athletic fighter and explosive, and yeah, he knows he's. I think he has also kind of improved his skills, even though he had good skills before, but. He only struggles against really clever defensive fighters like Sandor Martin, and that was very close. That fight could have gone either way, I thought. And but against a brawler like Claggett, he should do well. So yeah, I mean, though he has lost to the brawler before, his only loss so far, George Cambosos Jr. But it was a very close fight, and Cambosos was a lot younger than Claggett is, and a different kind of fighter. Because he's not really a puncher. Cambosos, he needs to always stay on top of his opponents, always throw a lot of punches and be very active and offensive. While a guy like Claggett, he does fight like that, but he doesn't have to because he does have power. So anyway. I think probably Lopez will, win, but I don't think on points. I mean, Claggett has been only stopped once early, like in 2011, early on in his career. That was like a TKO in the eighth round. So he's a tough guy. He's from Canada, and I believe he's got Native American heritage, probably, and he's got that fighting spirit, and toughness. So he will give Lopez a good fight. I can also see a knockout happening for Lopez. Yeah, why not? He manages to catch him off guard or land enough big punches, maybe force a corner stoppage. I don't know. So yeah, all right. Then we go to the big card, people, which is in Phoenix, Arizona. Yes. And first, before we go to the main fight, sorry, not Charlie, Sonny Edwards is fighting against a guy called Adrian Curiel. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, or Curiel, I think probably. Guy from Mexico who is 24, 5 and 1, but also has got only five knockouts. And Sonny's got 4 knockouts in 20 wins, so he's coming off his first loss to, Jesse Rodriguez, who is fighting in the main event, which I will be talking about soon. Sonny Edwards needs to win here, of course. Sorry, and even though Curiel is younger by 3 years, he's I don't give him any much chances anyway, and yeah, doesn't nothing more to say about that. Sonny will outbox him and win on points. More, yeah. And then finally the main event, people. We got a cream fight, marquee fight in the super flyweight division. And it's the WBC title is on stake, and there's the old versus young, technician versus more like a brawler, all-out brawler, puncher. So yeah, Juan Francisco Estrada is the technician here, while but also a warrior of many great wars. While Jesse Bam Rodriguez is the offensive guy, the puncher, the brawler, and yeah, I mean, it's I don't know who holds this title. Is it? I guess it is Rodriguez probably, but I'm not sure. Anyway, Estrada, has you might say been kind of looking not his best in his last fights, but still, in 21, 22, sorry, he had a very close fight against Argi Cortez, where he took a lot of punishment, and he only won. I thought, and many others, I mean, those that I spoke with, only won because he scored a knockdown, I believe in round 7. So yeah, I had him winning by only 1 point in that fight. So yeah, and also against Chocolatito Gonzalez in their, I think that was the rubber match. Yeah, I thought, I mean, many thought also, and myself included, Gonzalez should have won that fight. So yeah, there you go. But he's got great experience. He's got a vast, big advantage there, and yeah, he's not a big puncher, but he wins, by accumulation in these big fights. And he stopped Carlos Cuadras in 2020 in TKO in the 11th round, and he stopped Sonny. No, not him. Sorry. He has stopped a few other good, solid fighters anyway. Estrada and Rodriguez is 19-0. Estrada is 44-3. By the way, 28 knockouts, and Rodriguez 19-0, 12 knockouts. Rodriguez also a southpaw, and both guys equally tall, 5'4", slight an inch reach advantage for Rodriguez. So I believe this will be kind of passing of the torch fight. I do believe that Rodriguez will be too much for Estrada, who now, as I said, has been showing signs of not being on his very best anyway, but he can still, tangle with the best, I guess. But I don't know if he can win this fight. If he does, it will be a great victory, and I will be surprised, but I don't think that will happen. Yeah, so I think Rodriguez will beat Estrada. Maybe even stop him later on. Maybe this boy really can fight. He's a destroyer, no doubt. I mean, just the fact that he, did destroy Sonny Edwards, it speaks in volumes, of course. I mean, he knocked him down, made him quit, and yeah, just amazing, amazing fighter, really, and yeah, I mean. Jesse Bam Rodriguez. I mean, this is really ridiculous that BoxRec have Kazuto Ioka as the man at super flyweight. I mean, come on. He's a good fighter, but I believe Rodriguez will destroy him. So yeah, I mean, I think this will, but this may well go the distance. Definitely. I mean, because Estrada is very experienced and a good boxer. Technically, he's crafty and tough. I don't know if he's ever. I don't think he's ever been stopped. No, I don't think so. But yeah. So that's it. I think there isn't much more to say here. I mean, yeah, he's not been stopped. Also, actually, Estrada hasn't fought last year. Wow, since December the 3rd, 22. So, which was when he got a dispute decision over Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. So yeah, there you go. My prediction is that Jesse Rodriguez wins this fight. Knockout, late stoppage, maybe, or decision. Take your pick. So anyway, that was all for this time, and I'll see you soon. Right, I'll be back from my holiday in July. I mean, in the mid July. So yeah, there will be a few more interesting fights until then, but I can't cover them all anyway. All right, see you soon. Bye.